Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be installing this LED CCTV illuminator. This is an infrared light basically for security cameras. So you can't really see this light, but it's a quite bright light apparently, but you can't actually see it. Security cameras have infrared lights built into them. Most of the outdoor cameras and the ones I have do, but they're not bright enough. Now, to humans, none of them really look bright because we can't see the infrared spectrum completely, so there's a very small amount of light we can actually see of it, so you can just see kind of a red glow. But this will produce a lot more light than the cameras can produce, so I'm going to install this up on my tower to light up this area of the yard and the fence over there. So I did kind of pick a bad day to install this, being it's about 40 degrees Celsius out, or 104 Fahrenheit. It's a real hot day, but that's fine, I suppose. So right here we have the power supply for it, the AC DC adapter. The output on it is 12 volts, 2 amps. And right here we have the illuminator itself, and as you can see, it's 12 watts. And it's got a 90-degree angle. I wanted a floodlight one. I didn't want a spotlight. It's hard for you as a human to tell if it's actually a flood or a spotlight. So now I looked at some of the reviews on this, and it said it's not actually a very legit 90-degree angle, because it's hard for humans to actually tell, being that we can't actually see the light. Basically just the cameras that will actually be able to see it. So here is it. It's got this mounting bracket right here. It's pretty tight right now, but here's the power cord on it that plugs into the adapter, and here's it from the other side. Right there, it's got a glass lens on it. Maybe that's plexiglass, I'm not sure. And it's got a little photo cell right here, so I don't have to worry about it staying on all day. It will turn on and off by itself. So I may have to experiment with it a little bit. My thoughts were to put it up on the tower there to light up this fence over here, but if it's not a wide enough angle, it might be just like a spotlight on part of the fence, because that's what some of the reviews said on it and some other ones, that it's not quite as wide angle as they say. So if I put it up on the tower, it might not be wide enough. So plan B would be to put it up there on the house with that camera up there facing over this way, which might do more. Hard to say. That, or I'll have to buy another one. I'm not exactly sure. It's mostly just to light up this fence in this area over here, because this light on the tower up there does not stay on all night. As I said, the cameras have their own infrared built-in light, so that camera's got an infrared built-in light on it. So I'm going to take this bracket off of it first, so we can mount the bracket. Of course, my nut driver didn't have the right size. Here's our bracket. So that pole right there, where I've got that big light, is where I'm going to install my mounting bracket. As you can see, I've got the illuminator mounted up, and as far as horizontally, I've got it angled the way I want it to be, but I've still got to adjust it up and down. I've got to go get the pliers to finish adjusting it. got my cord up through here into this cover. Now I will strap it down. I'm going to plug in our little power supply here. There it is, our light's got power. Right, here's my ugly, beautiful setup here. I've got a little loop right here where the light comes down, goes around, comes up here. This thing's nestled in there, which is kind of blocked by rain from that, though I'm sure it will still get wet. I don't care though, I'm not worried about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. So that's got power. I still gotta come back and trim all these, but I think that should be okay back there, I'm going to hope. So I can't see if the light's actually on right now. So now I've just gotta wait for it to get dark and make sure it's in a good spot. I think it's angled pretty good out there. So now I've gotta wait for it to get dark to see if this light's actually gonna turn on and see if it's actually going to be effective enough. I think I've said it a few times now, I'm not sure if it's gonna be wide angle enough or if it's gonna be like a spotlight right there and I'll have to move it up there. I hope I don't have to move it after doing all the work up there, but it wasn't like it was difficult or anything, so if I have to move it then I guess that's how it will be. So here is the view from the camera that this light was installed to mostly help see. So now for some reason the audio from the camera didn't come through onto the files to go to edit the video, but basically I'm just saying this is what the camera can see in the daytime, how it looks. And right here is the other camera, which the light's not really here to be able to help see, but it will probably end up helping this camera a little bit, and it does help it see the fence a tiny bit, but mostly it's just for the other camera to see. One thing here that might not be the greatest is, as you can see, my large LED light aiming down, which by the way I made a video of. If we look straight underneath the two of them, the infrared light is under a tiny bit. Now the light mostly shines out, so it won't really block anything. Like, it's not going to really affect the light output. It might just look kind of bad, that you might see a little bit of a shadow of it. I'm not sure. Again, we'll see how that looks later. Alright, I'm here again at night. So now the infrared light won't come on when this big light's on. It will make the photocell think it's daytime, but I'll show you what it looks like with the camera flash not on. Not sure if you guys, if you can, so there's the infrared on the camera. That shows up on camera way better than I can see it with my own eyes. Looks more pinkish on camera. And then there's that big infrared floodlight. Hopefully you can see that. Here is the view from the camera with just the built-in infrared lights that come on the camera. So now I'm going to turn on the illuminator right now. There we go. As you can see, it really overexposed the shot at first and made things bright, but once the exposure comes back down, as you can see, it does make the image quality better and it lights up the fence. And once the parking lot lighting over beyond my fence turns off, it actually does help light up the base of that tree. I don't really care though. I'm not trying to look over there just when people try and climb over the fence mostly. I'm telling you, it really shows up a lot better on camera than it does in person. There's, you can clearly see how much brighter the infrared illuminator is. As you can see, it's got all the LEDs and then the whole camera's up there. So this one, like, it's weird. You can't see it shining on this fence over here or anything, but the cameras can. It's kind of cool. And it does actually help out this camera over here a little bit, which again, you can see the infrared. I can barely see it on camera. So yeah, it definitely helps out. So if you enjoyed this video or found it entertaining or anything, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me a lot. And if you're interested, go follow my Instagram account at Pickle700. You can see stuff posted earlier on there and some bonus stuff. Leave any comments or questions down in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.